Have you ever observed that the moment you decide to take a step back and focus on yourself, the very people who once took you for granted start reappearing? It's almost as though the distance you've created has an irresistible pull, drawing them back into your life, often with more intensity than before. Picture this. You've been that dependable, ever-present figure in someone's life, always there, always available. But then you pull away. You start prioritizing your own growth, your happiness, and your journey. At first, they may not notice, but gradually, they begin to feel the emptiness. They start to realize what they had when you were around, and how much they now miss it. This isn't just about relationships or friendships. It's a deeper look into human nature. And even more so, it's a journey through the timeless teachings of Stoicism. How can understanding these ancient principles help us comprehend why people often return after you've given them distance? What psychological triggers and Stoic wisdom are influencing this? Today, we're delving into the reasons behind this phenomenon, uncovering how absence can indeed make the heart grow fonder, and why your personal growth may be the spark that reignites their interest. As we explore these ideas, reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever stepped away, only to have someone return unexpectedly? What changes in you could have triggered their return? Stay with us as we unpack the 7 reasons why they come back after you've given them distance. And trust me, each reason is more captivating than the last. If you find value in this video, please share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And if you appreciate what we're doing here, I ask one simple, free favor. Hit that subscribe button. Don't skip any part of the video. Every moment is packed with valuable content you won't want to miss. Let's get started. 1. The surprise of unforeseen development. Imagine you're living your life, going about your daily routine, and suddenly, someone from your past reappears, but they're different, truly transformed. They've advanced in ways you never anticipated. Perhaps they've acquired new abilities, taken up a hobby, or simply seem more confident and self-assured. It's as if they've become a completely new individual. That feeling of astonishment, of being taken aback, is what I like to call the surprise of unforeseen development. This kind of evolution can be startling, especially when it comes from someone you believed you knew completely. We all tend to assume that people will remain the same, that they'll continue fitting into the tidy little boxes we've assigned them. But in reality, people are always growing, always evolving. When you decide to take a step back and focus on your personal development, you're breaking free from that box. You're shattering the expectations others had of you. And that's an empowering thing. Now, let's explore why this growth is so surprising. It's because it disrupts the story they had created about you. When someone thinks they have you figured out, they become complacent. They stop paying attention. But when you reemerge as someone who has grown in unforeseen ways, it compels them to rethink everything they thought they knew. It's like reading a book and suddenly realizing that the character you assumed was a sidekick is actually the hero. It's a twist they never saw coming. This surprise doesn't just make them curious. It makes them reevaluate their behavior and attitudes toward you. They begin to wonder whether they overlooked something important, whether they underestimated you. And that's where the power resides. By focusing on your own growth, whether it's emotional, physical, or intellectual, you're not just enhancing yourself, but also changing the dynamics of your relationships. You're making it clear that you're not the same person they once knew, and that you've surpassed the limits they may have imposed on you. And here's the real twist. This kind of growth isn't about proving anything to them. It's about proving something to yourself. When you invest in your personal development, you're reclaiming your narrative. You're demonstrating that your value isn't tied to anyone else's opinion, but is rooted in your own journey of self-improvement. As the ancient Stoics taught us, change is the only constant in life. By embracing that change, you become someone not only stronger and more resilient, but also impossible to overlook. And that, my friends, is the true power behind the surprise of unforeseen development. 2. The irresistible pull of self-reliance. Have you ever noticed how people are naturally drawn to those who seem completely comfortable in their own company? There's something undeniably appealing about someone who doesn't need others to feel complete. Someone who is self-reliant and content within themselves. This is the irresistible pull of self-reliance, and it's one of the most powerful traits you can nurture when you create some distance. When you step back and concentrate on your own life, You send a clear message. I don't need anyone else to validate me. I'm enough on my own. This level of self-confidence can be incredibly captivating to others. Why? Because it's based on the fact that you're not seeking their attention or approval. Instead, you're flourishing without them. You've become your own source of happiness and fulfillment, and that's a rare and valuable quality. Consider this. When you're constantly searching for validation from others, you might come across as needy or insecure. But when you turn your focus inward and start building a life that's rich and fulfilling, regardless of who's a part of it, you become someone worth noticing. People are naturally attracted to those who radiate confidence and independence. It's like a magnet. They can't help but be drawn to someone who is so sure of themselves. This self-reliance doesn't mean you're shutting people out. On the contrary, it opens you up to deeper, more meaningful connections because you're not holding on to anyone out of fear or neediness. You're choosing to connect with others because you want to, not because you need to, and that makes all the difference. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Your why in this case is your own growth, your own journey. You're not living life according to someone else's script. You've taken control of your narrative, and that's what makes you so magnetic. Others will begin to notice the transformation, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you no longer seek approval. They'll start craving your presence, not because they think you need them, but because they admire the strength and independence you've developed. In a world where so many are searching for external validation, your self-reliance stands out. It's a beacon that signals you are strong, capable, and perfectly content on your own. And that's the kind of energy people are naturally drawn to. By embracing self-reliance, you not only elevate yourself, but you also pave the way for healthier, more balanced relationships. Ones where you're valued for who you are, not for what you can do for others. So keep building that inner strength, and watch as the world around you begins to take notice. 3. The envy sparked by your newfound confidence. Have you ever encountered someone who seemed to radiate confidence in everything they did? That kind of self-assuredness is magnetic, isn't it? It draws people in, making them want to be around that person, curious to understand what fuels their certainty. Now, picture yourself as that individual, the one who walks into a room and naturally commands attention, simply because of your belief in yourself. This is the strength of newfound confidence, and it has the potential to elicit both admiration and envy from those around you. When you distance yourself from someone and use that space to nurture your confidence, you're not only transforming how you feel about yourself, you're also altering how others view you. Confidence is one of those traits that doesn't need to be expressed in words. It's sensed. It's in how you carry yourself, how you make decisions, and how you engage with the world. When others notice this shift in you, it can be a game changer. People who once knew you as hesitant or uncertain may find themselves surprised by this new version of you. They might wonder what happened. How did they become so confident? This curiosity often leads to admiration, but it can also provoke a touch of envy, not necessarily in a malicious way, but in a way that makes them reflect on their own insecurities. They see in you something they wish they possessed, a level of self-assurance that is not easily shaken. Confidence is appealing because it signals that you are in control of your life, that you're not easily swayed by others' opinions. It demonstrates that you trust yourself and your decisions, and that kind of self-trust is both rare and valuable. As Ralph Waldo Emerson famously stated, self-trust is the first secret of success. When you trust yourself, others begin to trust you as well, and they can't help but be drawn to that strength. But here's the key. This newfound confidence isn't about diminishing others or making them feel inferior. It's about elevating yourself, recognizing your value, and embracing your potential. And when you do that, you inspire others to do the same. The envy they feel isn't just about wanting what you have. It's about realizing that they too could develop that same confidence if they focused on their own growth. So, what does this mean for you? It means that your journey to build confidence is not just a personal victory. It creates a ripple effect. It shifts how others see you and how they see themselves. And within that envy and admiration lies the possibility for them to reconnect with you. Not because they want to take something from you, but because they wish to learn from you, to be part of the energy and confidence that you now radiate. 4. The intrigue of unpredictability. They stop paying attention when they think they got you all figured out. But when you start introducing a little unpredictability into your life, everything changes. Maybe you begin exploring unexpected hobbies, or you set boundaries where there were none before. These seemingly small changes can create an irresistible sense of intrigue. Unpredictability taps into a fundamental human trait, curiosity. We are wired to want to make sense of the world around us. And when someone doesn't fit neatly into our expectations, it triggers a desire to pay closer attention. They'll start to wonder, what's going on? What's driving this new behavior? How have they changed? Suddenly, you've become a puzzle they can't quite solve. And that's incredibly captivating. But unpredictability isn't just about keeping people guessing. It also gives you a subtle sense of control. When people can't predict your actions, they have to stay alert. They can't go on autopilot around you, which shifts the dynamics in your favor. It makes them more engaged in trying to understand you, and in turn, more invested in the connection they have with you. Here's where it gets fascinating. Unpredictability doesn't have to be about playing games or being inconsistent. It's about growth and evolution. As you develop new interests, values, and goals, you naturally become less predictable because you're no longer the person you once were. This isn't about keeping others off balance for the sake of it. It's about authentically embracing your journey and allowing that to unfold. So, how can you introduce a little unpredictability into your life? Maybe it's trying something that challenges your routine, or setting boundaries you've never set before. Whatever it may be, know that this unpredictability not only makes you more intriguing to others, but also helps you stay true to yourself as you grow and evolve. It's the combination of authenticity and surprise that keeps people coming back, eager to see what you'll do next, and curious to be part of your unfolding story. 5. The realization of what they've lost. You've probably heard the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. It's simple, but it holds tremendous truth when it comes to relationships. The realization of what they've lost is a powerful moment that often hits someone hard after you've given them distance. It's during those quiet, reflective times when you're no longer there that they begin to see the true value you brought into their life. It's as though a light bulb suddenly goes off, and they start to connect the dots, recognizing how much they took for granted when you were constantly present. When you were around, they may have overlooked all the little things you did to make their life better. Maybe it was how you always listened to their problems without judgment, or how you remembered the small details that mattered to them. Perhaps it was your unwavering support, the comfort of knowing you were always there when they needed someone. But once you step back and create distance, these once overlooked gestures come into sharp focus. They start to feel the absence of your presence in their daily life, and that absence can act like a mirror reflecting all the ways they failed to appreciate you. This realization isn't just about missing your company. It's about recognizing the stability, warmth, and connection you provided. It's about understanding that the things they once took for granted were actually the foundation of their emotional well-being. Now, with that foundation removed, they begin to feel the cracks. It's a humbling experience for someone to realize that a person who was always there, always reliable, is no longer within reach. It forces them to confront the reality that they may have let something truly valuable slip away. But here's where it gets interesting. This realization can be a catalyst for change. When they finally understand what they've lost, it often sparks a desire to make things right, to try and regain what they once had. They may start reaching out more, attempting to reconnect, or even reevaluating their own behavior in the hopes of being worthy of your time and attention. This isn't just about them wanting to fill the void you left. It's about recognizing the need to be better, to fully appreciate the people in their life. Have you ever experienced this yourself? Had someone come back into your life after realizing what they had lost? It's a powerful moment for both of you. For them, it's an awakening. For you, it's a validation of your impact. It's a reminder that sometimes distance isn't about pushing people away. It's about giving them the space to see your true value. And when they finally do, it can change everything. 6. The desire to be part of your new journey. Have you ever watched someone evolve and felt a deep desire to be part of their journey? It's like seeing a close friend embark on an exciting new adventure, or witnessing them transform into a more vibrant version of themselves. You can't help but want to be by their side, experiencing their growth and success with them. This is the essence of the desire to be part of someone's new journey, and it's a powerful reason why people often return after you've given them distance. When you take time for yourself and begin focusing on your personal growth, change is inevitable. You might start pursuing new goals, developing fresh skills, or gaining a clearer sense of direction in life. This growth isn't just about external achievements. It's about becoming more in tune with who you are and what you truly want. As you evolve, your journey becomes more intriguing to others. Those who once knew you begin to see you in a new light, realizing that you're no longer the same person you used to be. This transformation piques their interest. The desire to be part of your new journey isn't simply curiosity. It stems from a deep-seated human need to be involved in something meaningful. When others see you thriving, becoming more confident, enthusiastic, and purposeful, they feel drawn to reconnect. They're not looking to hold you back. They want to share in your success. They see the positive changes in you and wonder what it would be like to be part of this new chapter in your life. It's as if your growth has created a new story and they want to be written into it. But here's the catch. They know they can't just pick up where they left off. Your new journey requires a new level of commitment and understanding. They realize that if they want to be part of your life again, they need to bring something more to the table. This awareness can inspire them to step up, to grow alongside you, and to contribute positively to your journey. It's not just about being present. It's about adding value to your life in a way that aligns with the person you are becoming. Think about it. When you are on a path of growth, you naturally attract people who are drawn to your energy, your drive, and your vision. These are the individuals who want to support you, who want to see you succeed, and who want to be part of the incredible things you're working toward. Their desire to be part of your journey reflects the impact you're making on the world around you. It's a testament to your ability to inspire others simply by being true to yourself. 7. The fear of losing you to someone else. Imagine someone sees you moving forward, growing, and thriving after you've created some distance between you and them. At first, they might not think much of it, but over time, a thought starts to creep in. What if someone else sees what I see now? What if someone else steps in and appreciates them in a way I didn't? This is the fear of losing you to someone else, and it can be a powerful motivator for people to try and re-enter your life. This fear stems from a very primal place. As humans, we often want what we can't have, and the moment something or someone seems out of reach, it suddenly becomes more desirable. When they see you becoming more confident, self-assured, and independent, they realize you're no longer within their grasp. You've become someone who isn't just living well, but thriving. That's when the fear kicks in. The fear of losing you to someone else is about more than just jealousy. It's about recognizing that you've become a better version of yourself, and that this new version is highly attractive to others. They start to imagine scenarios where someone else steps in and gives you the appreciation and attention they failed to provide. This can be a tough pill to swallow because it forces them to confront their own shortcomings and the possibility that they may have missed their chance. This fear intensifies when they see that you're not just surviving, but flourishing without them. It's not just that someone else might come along, it's that someone else might come along and be exactly what you need. They begin to worry that this new person could offer you the emotional support, admiration, or effort that they didn't. The thought of losing you to someone who truly sees your worth creates a sense of urgency, pushing them to act before it's too late. But here's where it gets interesting. This fear isn't just about competition. It's about realizing what they stand to lose if they don't step up. It's about understanding that you've moved forward, and if they want to be part of your life again, they need to bring something new to the table. They need to prove they're worth your time and that they won't make the same mistakes twice. It's a wake-up call, one that forces them to reassess their priorities and behavior. So, have you ever experienced this? Have you seen someone suddenly start to show interest again because they feared losing you to someone else? It's a powerful reminder that your value doesn't decrease just because someone failed to recognize it. By focusing on your growth and becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally attract people who see your worth. And sometimes, it takes the fear of losing you to someone else for them to realize just how much they had, and how much they stand to lose if they don't act quickly. As you continue your journey of growth and self-discovery, remember that your value is not defined by others' recognition, but by your own understanding of your